partners and I would like to take this to the Supreme Court.
That company took advantage of me, like so many companies are taking advantage of their workers.
If she wins, women all over the country are going to use this as an excuse to sue.
I'm so damn proud of you, babe.
Miss Ledbetter was consigned to a career as a second-class employee only because she is a woman. That cannot be the law, and it isn't.
You knew you were being paid less than your male counterparts. You waited to retire before suing.
Do you really believe I chose to work 20 years knowing I was being cheated and discriminated against just so I could wait to sue? Does that make any sense?
You're not one of them, and you never will be. You're a country girl who grew up swimming in Doc Brewster's pond.
That's right. So I know how to burn off a leech.
That was a look at the new movie, Lilly, the film starring Oscar-nominated actress Patricia Clarkson. In the title role follows the story of activist Lilly Ledbetter, a one-time tire factory supervisor who went on to have federal equal pay legislation named after her. In 2009, with Ledbetter at his side, President Obama signed into law the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act, which makes it easier for employees to make claims of pay discrimination against their employers. I was there for that, and it was amazing. And now Emmy and Golden Globe winning actress Patricia Clarkson joins us now. Congratulations on this. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I read that you said it was like a privilege to get this role, and one of the first things you did was call your mom. Tell us about it.
Well, I as you know, I've had a long career. I've played some rather unsavory people, and to get this beautiful call, I was in London, and my agent said, "You've been offered Lilly Ledbetter," and I just, my jaw dropped. I said, "Chris, this is going to be a very fast yes." My mother and father raised 5 daughters, 2 female dogs. Whoa. And so they're all working, and my mother ran a city under the great Mayor Mitch Landrieu. So Lilly Ledbetter was on a pedestal in our lives. And but I called my mother, and she started crying, and she said, "Oh God, Patty, you're going to finally be in a movie everybody can see."
Just like a mother. I got to tell you, that's perfect. No, Lilly Ledbetter, not only an inspiration to me as a person, but conceptually, that Fair Pay Act was one of the inspirations for my women's platform, Know Your Value, which leads to my next question, because this movie, the story of Lilly, it's not just about one person. It's not just about women, isn't it?
This, injustice, it has no race, creed, or color. It has no boundaries. Right. It's north, south, east, west, whether you were black or white or brown, whether you were gay or transgender, whether you were Baptist or Muslim or Jewish. Injustice is injustice. And this movie is about a lot of things. And, she was suffering ageism and sexism and misogyny. But it's a story about a woman who was on the ropes for a long time, lost and got back up and kept getting back up. I don't know that I would have had that stamina. I don't know that I would have had that force, that power within me. And she was a truly remarkable woman, a true American hero. She was an ordinary woman from Possum Trot, Alabama. She wasn't, not that I don't love a lot of the Kennedys, but she wasn't from some privileged family.
Right.
She came from nothing, and she worked her way into the zeitgeist, and it's still just one of the greatest moments of my career, my life, to play this remarkable American woman.
She worked her way into the zeitgeist, took on big companies, was the inspiration for legislation. This was a woman who worked in a tire factory. I mean, it's an incredible story. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I love those tires. It's brutal. It's brutal. I did it for a day, and I thought, I need an ambulance waiting. It was tough.
Yeah, she was really tough.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at a clip of your character, Lilly Ledbetter, preparing for important meetings with legislators.
How many meetings can I do in a day?
That depends on you and them, of course.
Well, don't underestimate this one. She's a Wonder Woman.
you, John, for saying something to me I didn't even know that was there myself.
Girl gumption, Lily.
You know, that scene, and you in that scene, reminds me of what you were just talking about prior to the clip we showed. Everyone knows the culture is filled with inequity, and pay scales and gender are just part of the inequity. During the course of your career, when you started climbing the ladder of your career, how often were you confronted with inequity?
How long do we have? A tremendous amount of misogyny. I mean, we used to, in the 80s, meet directors, producers in hotel rooms. And that was considered okay by everyone involved. And my very first job, I made scale, not even a real salary. And for years after, I would sometimes find out that after the fact that I was paid less than the male actors that were pretty much in very similar parts that I was playing. But the times are changing now, so people better wake up. Now there's it's more egalitarianism, I would say, that's seeping into the scenes of Hollywood. It's better. It's much, much, much better now.
So, Patricia, obviously, to your own experience and others, this is, she represents such a universal theme, but she also was a real person. Yes. She passed away a few months ago. Yeah. What sort of responsibility did you feel in terms of taking on this life and telling that story?
It was tremendous. One of the most difficult parts I've ever played. I had to travel through 3 decades. I had to put flesh and bone. I had to take her off a pedestal, and it's very hard to portray someone on high, but I felt I owed her the best of me. It makes me a little emotional, but I had to bring the best of me. And I had to bring a lot of my mother, my remarkable mother. I brought the best of the great women in my life. And, like my mother, Lily was just getting started at 40, 50, 60, 70. She traveled beautifully through these decades. And by her 70s, she was towering. And I mean, my mother ran a city at 70. And, back to Mika, that beautiful summit she does, women often are finding their strength later in life, and it's a beautiful thing.
It's a long runway, so we've got a lot of power, impact. Lilly Ledbetter is literally the perfect example of that. The new movie, Lilly, is in select theaters nationwide starting Friday. Actress Patricia Clarkson, it's great to have you on the show. Congratulations on this role.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you.